It's that time of the week again, everybody. We are here in Houston, Texas, and NRG Stadium as Monster Jam rolls into town for another fantastic show today. Houston is always a home of amazing Monster Jam moments, and we are here today continuing that tradition as Tyler Duke hops onto the track to start off today's intros. We are excited for an amazing show today. This is going to be a fantastic time. I'm excited. Next on the track, this is Bryce Kenny in the Great Clips Mohawk Warrior. Happy Friday, everybody. This weekend is going to be a great one. It is the weekend of Glendale. I am most definitely excited for this show. Coming out next on the track, it is the Rod Ryan Show. That is Jamie Garner piloting that beast. Another beautiful new body. This Rod Ryan Show truck always gets fantastic bodies every single year. Last year they supported the police department. This year they're supporting the fire department, I guess you could say, with the fire body. But a beautiful truck, most certainly an eye-popping truck. Rod Ryan always gets an amazing truck looking out there. Next up is Becky McDonough in El Toro Loco. I believe she's her last driver out. This is a one-show commentary today. Thankfully, things settled down a little bit with only one show this weekend per tour. Next weekend, we will amp it up. There will be 3 tours going on at once, which means 3 commentaries a weekend. That's when things are going to get a little bit more crazy, but still going to be exciting. Becky McDonough, ready to go. Now let's meet all the other drivers that will be competing in the show today. We've got Adam Anderson in Gravedigger, John Zimmer in Dragon, Lindsey Wank in the Lucas Oil Crusader, Cole Vennard in the Black Pearl, Jim Kohler in Avenger, Michael Waters Jr. in Overkill Evolution, Brad Allen in Monster Mode Rottweiler, Brian Wright in Hooked, Darren Basil in Black Stallion, and Steve Sims in Stone Crusher. All video credit is in the description. This is going to be a fantastic show today. I'm excited. I hope you guys are too. Stadium Tour Red ready for another show, the 3rd of its tour. We're starting off tonight's action with racing. This is round number 1. Steve Sims and Stone Crusher taking on Cole Vennard in the Black Pearl. This is a 14-truck racing bracket. 12 will compete in round 1, 8 will compete in round 2, 4 in the 3rd round, and then we'll narrow it down to the final 2 in that final race. But in this first race, Cole Vennard has been great in racing all season long, is trying to continue that, and he's going to go to the 2nd round with a win over Steve Sims. Good win there for Cole Vennard. The Black Pearl looking fast all season long. He's looking pretty good. Heading into round number 2, a pretty smooth race here in the first race of the day. The second race here in round number 1 is between Brad Allen in the Monster Mutt Rottweiler and Brian Wright in Hooked. Brad Allen going very wide in that first turn. That might cost him the race as Brian Wright looks pretty solid in this Hooked truck. And indeed, it will cost him the race big time as Brian Wright is moving into the 2nd round. The next race features 2 very, very old-fashioned trucks that have been around in this sport for a very long time. In the near lane, we have Darren Basil and Black Stallion taking on Jim Kohler in Avenger, and Darren Basil falling way behind as Jim Kohler has a huge lead. Looks like he is going to get an easy win here in round 1, and indeed he will. Doesn't go without any mistakes, but he's still able to move into the next round. In the near lane, we will have Adam Anderson and Gravedigger taking on John Zimmer in Dragon, and Adam leaves him at the line. He got that whole shot that is hopefully, for his sake, going to get him an advantage in this race. And John Zimmer messed up in that turn. We couldn't see him, so we didn't know. But Adam Anderson is winning, moving on to round number 2. Let's see if John Zimmer will finish the race. I mean, your goal, you always want to finish the race because you never know what will happen, but he's not going to. Continuing in round number 1 here, we have Todd the Duke in Monster Energy taking on Michael Vaughters Jr. in Overkill Evolution. There's one race left here in round number 1 before we head into the second round. They're very close going to that final turn, but Michael Vaughters Jr. does a donut in the turn, and that'll be the end of his night of racing. The last race in round number 1 will be between Lindsey Wink in the Lucas Oil Crusader and Jamie Garner in Rod Ryan. Oh man, Jamie Garner with a spin out in that turn. That will probably be the end of his night unless Lindsey Wink does something drastically wrong. He messes up a little bit too. This track is proving to be difficult. A lot of drivers spinning out. The dirt is very different here, as Adam Anderson said in some pre-show stuff. But that is going to be a win for Lindsey Wink. The next race here in round 1 is between Bryce Kenny in the Great Clips Mohawk Warrior and Cole Vennard in the Black Pearl. And Bryce Kenny's getting tipped over, and he is on his lid as well. And another driver messing up here at the beginning of round 2 starts us off with a mistake already. A tough break as Bryce Kenny is knocked down in round number 1. He was your racing winner last week. The second race of round number 1, hopefully we don't have any mistakes here, is between Becky McDonough and El Toro Loco and Gravedigger's Adam Anderson. Becky's body's already starting to fall off. Becky's falling behind by a lot as Adam Anderson looks very strong going to the final turn, and Adam Anderson's going to breeze his way to victory, leaving Becky McDonough way in the dust as she crosses the finish line. A good race, though, as Gravedigger's Adam Anderson able to take home that win. The next race here in this second round, the third race of this second round, is between Todd the Duke in Monster Energy and Lindsey Wink in the Lucas Oil Crusader. Two very good friends. And Lindsey Wink gets a little short in that turn. That could cost him. Todd the Duke in Monster Energy has a lead, and Lindsey Wink going on the sidewalls. He will end his race there, but he saves it. Still, that is the end of his night in racing. He will cross the finish line, though, because again, you never know if these drivers are going to be able to come back in the next round. Now we're here in the semifinals of racing as Jim Kohler in Avenger will take on the Black Pearl, two of the best independents in the sport. Cole Vennard has made us to the final round of racing in every show so far except for the third one last week. I'm sorry, the second one last week. Jim Kohler would love to knock down Cole. Oh my, Jim Kohler in Avenger knocks down Cole Vennard in the Black Pearl with a beautiful pass. He's going to the semifinals. Next in this racing bracket, we have the semifinals matchups. There's one race left, and it is between two great drivers, and it features Monster Energy and Gravedigger, the two black and green trucks. Todd the Duke messing up. This track is proving very difficult in racing so far. And your winner is Adam Anderson in Gravedigger, moving into the final round of racing. Here we are in the final round of racing today with two legendary trucks and legendary drivers. In the near lane, you'll have Jim Kohler in Avenger, who's made it all the way to the final round today. He'll be taking on Adam Anderson in Gravedigger. If Jim Kohler could win this race, it's safe to say it would be a massive upset. Adam Anderson's been fast all night, but Jim Kohler looked brilliant in that last race. It'll be crazy to see Jim Kohler have some racing success on this tour. They're close, going to the final jump. Oh my goodness! But crossing the line first is Adam Anderson in Gravedigger, your Houston racing winner tonight, getting the first 14 points on the road to the overall event championship. Now we find ourselves in the prime time of the event as the skills challenge is next. Starting us off will be John Zimmer in Dragon. Going for a reverse popper. He's on the rear two wheels, sitting it there, walking it up the ramp, popping the fire as well. And he's going to put it down into a bit of a stoppie. A great first hit for Dragon. He's got one hit left. He's lining up for the jammer, going for a slap wheelie attempt. And he gets it. He's going to walk it down. And again, trying to breathe fire. A beautiful run. Dragon, your new best run of the night with a phenomenal run. Next here we have Overkill Evolution. This is Michael Vaughters Jr. He's won 2 skills championships already this season, and he's on the front 2 wheels walking a stoppie. He's getting very close to the jammer, and he's going to set it down with a really great first hit. With just 1 hit remaining, he's going for another stoppie on the front 2 wheels, turning the wheels again. That is his signature move for this season. Michael Vaughters Jr. Oh my goodness, this guy is absolutely insane. And he's going to set it down. A really good run. I'm going to say that is your new best run of the night, barely beating out John Zimmer and Dragon. As we get further into this skills challenge, the drivers are going to obviously get a little bit better in talent, but Rod Ryan show, this is Jamie Garner. He's on the rear 2 wheels on a wheelie again. Another awesome move as he's going to walk that on top of the mini flip pod. He has 1 hit left. This beautiful Rod Ryan show truck is going for a stoppie. Now he's going to walk it up again. A solid move there. Not going to be enough, though, to be your new best run. Brian Wright in Hooked is next out here. He's going for a sky wheelie on the back end of the racing lane. Couldn't get it over the racing lane, but still a solid first hit there for Hooked. Oh my, looks like Brian Wright's going for a stoppie here. He's going on the front 2 wheels. Yes, he is. And a little stoppie for Hooked. A good run from Brian Wright. Coming out next is the Crazy Bull. This is Becky McDonough in El Toro Loco. She's going for a bicycle on the sidewall, spinning over, and she is on her lid. Lindsey Wink is out next in the Lucas Oil Crusader. He's going for a bicycle off of the jammer that he's going to walk up on top of that pod and then get it down. Mr. Bicycle has 1 hit left as he is going for another bicycle on the sidewalls where Becky McDonough just was, and he's on the other side of the sidewalls, flipping over again. Oh man, can't quite save it. He was so close. A crazy move though out of Lindsey Wink in the Lucas Oil Crusader. Now Black Pearl is next. He's going for a reverse popper, and he's going to walk it up the ramp. A beautiful popper out of the Black Pearl. I still think that your best run is Overkill Evolution. Black Pearl does have 1 hit left. That was a really solid first hit. If he can follow it with a good second hit, he should be able to take the new best run. He's walking it on the front 2 wheels, and a solid move for the Black Pearl, but I think that was just shy of what Michael Vaughters Jr. did. Coming out next in this skills challenge will be Todd the Duke in Monster Energy. He's on the backside of the racing lane going for a popper. He's on the front 2 wheels walking a stoppie. And he is just walking this thing down to the parking area where basically what he did last week too in San Antonio. He's getting close. Oh my, what a move out of Todd the Duke. A fantastic first hit for Monster Energy. Todd's got 1 hit left. He's going down on the front 2 wheels again, and he is walking this truck. A phenomenal move. He is so far having a great job at this 2-wheel run. Oh my, he's going to set it down. That is your new best run of the night. A great run out of Monster Energy. Coming back now after flipping over in the racing competition will be Bryce Kenny in the Great Clips Mohawk Warrior. He's on the front 2 wheels going for a stoppie. We've seen him do this a lot better this year than he did last year. He's really mastering this trick, and he's on the front 2 wheels again, walking it. Still going. A beautiful move out of Bryce Kenny in the Great Clips Mohawk Warrior. It's going to be tough to beat what Todd the Duke did, though. He had a really phenomenal run. Sadly, though, that will be the end of the run for Mohawk Warrior. Disappointing finish to his skills run. Hopefully he can come back and tear it up in freestyle. Jim Kohler's out next, and he is going for a serious sky wheelie. Oh my! He just sent that thing. No holds barred. A great run. That's not going to take the lead, but a phenomenal move out of Jim Kohler. Coming out next and last in this skills challenge, trying to take that best run away from Todd the Duke, is Adam Anderson and Gravedigger going for a great slap wheelie. This guy's the king of the slap wheelie so far. He is really doing a good job there, but he's going to have to put down an amazing second move if he wants to beat Todd the Duke. Lining up for one final hit here in this competition. He's on the right side of the truck on a sidewall, and he's going to set it down. That was an okay run, but definitely not your best run of the night right there. But the fans disagree with me. They give that your win here in this skills challenge. I'm kind of disappointed by that. Gravedigger wins with a 9.134, somehow beating out Todd the Duke. that was nowhere near the best run there, but that's okay. A solid run out of Adam Anderson. We have one competition left, and that is the freestyle competition. Starting it off will be Becky McDonough in El Toro Loco. Now, this person made the mistake of recording in slow-mo, so I had to be tasked with speeding the video up, which is quite the interesting situation. It's at this little clip, the next 2 runs he did in slow-mo. This little clip is at 754% speed, as opposed to the normal 100% of a regular run. And this is Becky McDonough's freestyle. Hopefully all looks normal. Actually, this isn't the first time I've had to do this. The first time I had to do this was when my dad did the same thing in Glendale back in October when he recorded Kraken in slow-mo. So, yeah, that was interesting too. But Becky McDonough's out here freestyling. Really, really slow momentum. And it's not just that the video's slower. She's just going really slow. Is that the plume of smoke was pretty fast. I don't know if there's something wrong with the truck. She's just really going slow right now. I'm guessing there's something wrong with the truck because she's just not having a good run right now. Just going very slow, not really solid momentum at all. It's just disappointing. She's been shut off in that corner. They have paused the clock. She will refire now. Lining up for the mini flip, and she gets the mini flip too. A really solid move. That's the only really good thing she's done in her run, though. It's been a disappointing run otherwise. Hopefully she can pick up the pace here at the last bit. Because right now this run's been lacking really everything.
The big one.
Oh, now she's going for some big air, finally getting a nice leap. But again, this run's just been fairly slow-paced, not really putting much into it. I think the truck's broken. I don't think, and I really would be shocked if Becky's just driving this slowly. Lining up for the step-up now, getting a nice hit too. So that is one of the better hits of her run. Lining up for the jammer now, sending it, getting some nice air. Again, coming out first in freestyle, never easy, but she landed the mini flip, which will definitely sit well in the fans' eyes. This truck's just battling. That is the end of the time. Nothing else counts. So a solid run for Becky McDonough. That's got to be her best run of the night so far. Coming out next in this freestyle competition is Brian Wright in Hooked. Brian Wright going for a good run out here in freestyle. He's had himself an interesting start to the season. He hasn't had much luck in freestyle, but hopefully he'll be able to figure it out. Getting some nice air there. Brian's a very solid driver, though. You can't take that away from him. He definitely knows how to drive. Lining up for that racing lane. I mean, honestly, it's not going to be too difficult to take away from Becky McDonough's best run. The only issue is that it just was not... The issue was that it's not... Her run just had a mini flip, which will definitely boost her scores, which is a good reason why she might stay up there. But if Brian Wright throws together a good 2 minutes, then he will definitely be your best run of the night. The only time you can win a run on one hit is if you do a front flip, okay? I was going to say you can't win a run on one hit, but you got to preface it with unless you do a front flip. Which is why Lee O'Donnell still deserves that freestyle championship. I miss seeing Lee in Monster Jam. Nice hit for Brian Wright. This Hook truck definitely has seen its fair share of interesting moments. It started off its life with, I don't remember who drove it to start, but I know Steve Sims drove it and then Brian Wright took over. The guy that drove it, I believe, once drove Mopar Magic, too. I completely am blanking on his name, and I really shouldn't be. But I think Mopar Magic was a part of the Stone Crusher team, too. And then they got rid of that. The brakes are starting to fizz a little bit. He doesn't have much time left on the clock. Pretty solid run, though, for Brian Wright. Definitely a step up from Becky McDonough's freestyle. Just doesn't have that wow moment. Lining up for that center ramp, getting that huge air. A nice hit, and now we are done with slow-mo, hopefully, for the video. Yeah, we have to be done with slow-mo for the video. And that is a nice leap right at the end of the time. A solid and consistent run all around. That honestly, I'm just going to say that was your new best run of the night, because I enjoyed that a lot more than I enjoyed El Toro Loco's run, just because of the fact that he had a solid run. The momentum was there. That's something that was very lacking in Becky's freestyle. Darren Basil, the next guy out here, he's getting some nice air in the Black Stallion to start off. Another guy who's had an interesting start off to the year. He's had a few solid freestyles at the beginning of this season that surprised a lot of people. Might already be having truck issues. He's been really struggling to understand this truck, though. That's something I've seen pretty early on. I mean, he's battling around with rear steer issues. Is he pulling off already? I think he's already pulling off. He is. So that's the end of Black Stallion's run. A tough break there. So that's one run cut short already. That'll bring up the Rod Ryan Show truck. One of the only trucks that is a local sponsored truck and a very exciting truck for local people, but doesn't get overscored. I mean, one of the biggest memories of local trucks getting overscored was Gronk in Foxborough in 2017. A good run from Buddy Tompkins. It was probably the best of his career, but that run deserved like 7th and ended up coming in 2nd place and almost won if it weren't for Ryan Anderson. But Rod Ryan is out here freestyling in Houston. Anytime we're out in Houston, we'll get a Rod Ryan Show truck. It's always fun to see those. And it's always fun to see who drives them, too. Jamie Garner has driven this truck before, but last year, I forgot who drove the second one. I think it was, Stephen Thompson drove the second one, and Ryan Dishroon drove the first, but Jamie Garner doing a great job. One of the more interesting ones, I mean, it's one of, oh no, he is also going over, and that is the end of Rod Ryan's run. It's kind of like the Fox truck that they used to have out in Detroit. That was also a pretty fun truck. We saw a lot of heavy hitters driving that truck. Now they're going for some more of the independent style. I mean, we saw Paul Jensen drive it in 2018, so it's just always a fun truck to watch. Next out, another fun driver to watch. This is the Monster Mutt Rottweiler piloted by Brad Allen. Getting some nice air. Brad really rocks out in this Monster Mutt Rottweiler truck. He can certainly throw down a good freestyle, but we've seen back-to-back trucks flip over early. This dirt is definitely proving to be an issue. And a nice sky wheelie there. The dirt definitely causing problems, though, between racing and now in freestyle with Jamie Garner flipping over early. It's just, clearly the dirt is a little bit too tacky. It's making drivers flip over a little bit quickly. Or spin out very easily. Definitely not a track where you're going to be seeing drivers just glide around. Ryan Anderson would not have fun on this track, but looks like the Monster Mutt Rottweiler's lining up for that jammer. We got some jammer time. He's going to launch it. Absolutely sent out of the Monster Mutt Rottweiler as he floored that truck and that puppy to get an amazing hit there. Oh no, he's lost all rear power. That landing clearly was hard enough that it just completely wiped out all rear power in this machine. But Brad Allen's not stopping. He's going to keep going. Brad Allen's had another driver's had his fair share of issues this year. He popped a tire in the first show at a pretty solid freestyle with that, and then he's been having truck issues just for the rest of the season until now, and he's continuing that theme. No rear power at all. With no rear power, it most certainly affects how your freestyle will play out. Yeah, he's really struggling. He might not have any front left power either. He's just trying to get himself off the track at this point because his truck's just not working anymore, not cooperating with him. Or maybe not. I don't know. He might have just gone for one final hit there for fun. I think he's done. Yeah, the Rottweiler's run is completed. That'll be the end of Roddy's day. A solid run, but your best run still got to be hooked. Next out, based on that song, it's pretty easy to tell that Bryce Kenny and the Great Clips Mohawk Warriors coming out next. Bryce has had the disappointing day. Got knocked out in the first round that he competed in racing, which was round 2, so he was lucky to get some points from that, but still, flipped over in racing, got himself some highlights in his Mohawk, and then only had one hit in the skills challenge before having to be brought off the track. So this this Mohawk Warriors had quite the interesting day. It's flipped over in racing. It only had one skill set, and hopefully Bryce can throw down a great freestyle. So far, Brian Wright has your best run of the day in this freestyle competition. Bryce going over. Oh, no. And again, another truck just done way too soon. That'll lead us into Cole Vennard in the Black Pearl. He is coming out in this freestyle competition. Made it to the semifinals in racing. Honestly, he's been one of the most consistent racers all season long. Engine sounds like it's popping a little bit. His skills run was pretty good too. Honestly, should have been a top 5 skills run. So I'd be surprised if Cole is pretty low down in the pack, because he should have a lot of points. I don't know where he finished in skills, but Cole Vennard, former Gravedigger driver, he likes to bring that into his driving of the Black Pearl. I was there for arguably his most memorable moment in this Black Pearl machine in Orlando 2018, where he had one of the best saves of all time in that run. He's been shut off. Hopefully he can refire, because that would just be a terrible disappointment. Oh, there's the truck. There we go. The truck has come back to life. It's able to continue running. I love this Black Pearl truck, though. Jamie Garner and Cole have definitely teamed up to make one beauty of a machine. Cole Vennard in the Black Pearl, definitely my favorite independent in all of Monster Jam. I think he's going for the backflip ramp. The first backflip attempt of the night. Oh, man, he popped it back. Oh, he over-rotated it, under-rotated. Oh, my, he saves it. A crazy save on one wheel. An amazing move out of the Black Pearl. And then he pops it into a sky wheelie. He's making a bid for your freestyle win right now. Definitely your best run of the night. That save was awesome. I wish we saw it from a different angle. It looks so much better from a different angle. But still, an amazing move out of the Black Pearl there. That was phenomenal. Cole Vennard almost walked the plank with it. Then he just rolled it over, was able to get the save. A fantastic run, and he skies it. He doesn't have much time left. He's just going to try and throw together a crazy finish so this freestyle could possibly get his first freestyle win of the year if he could put the hammer down. Especially with the way the dirt's playing out, you're going to need to have a really good run, and he so far is doing just that. His time is up. That is your new best run of the night. Cole Vennard in the Black Pearl. An amazing freestyle. I mean, honestly, we haven't seen some incredible momentum out here, but that move was definitely good enough to put him over the hump. Continuing with our freestyle action today, Lindsey Wink and the Lucas Oil Crusader will be next. Not a ton of trucks remain. A lot of trucks flipped over very early on. Lindsey Wink, a top-tier driver in all of Monster Jam. He can be counted on to throw down a crazy freestyle anytime he is out there on the track. And he's got a pop tire. That back left has gone flat. And with the way this dirt is, this is just an ultimate disaster of a thing to happen in any freestyle on this track, let alone for Lindsey Wink. Hopefully, though, he can make the best out of it. Just so many issues on this track today. Some of the tackiest dirt you will ever see. But he is doing the best that he can with a broken truck. Oh my, a solid move there. I mean, he's doing pretty good with the broken truck. And that is going to put him on his side. Hopefully he could save it. No, he cannot quite get the save, but still a solid run for Lindsey Wink. When you've got a broken truck, you just got to try and do whatever you can, and he did just that. Coming out next, we have Jim Kohler in Avenger. The doors are really wide open for these guys to put down a good run and take the lead. This Cole, I mean, for sure Cole had an amazing run, but it was just not really, I mean, yes, his run and that save was phenomenal, but if you throw together a fantastic freestyle, you should be able to get yourself a freestyle win. But again, you never know. These guys are just flipping over really early. Kohler's off to a good start, though. Jim Kohler in the Avenger, the most veteran driver out here in this field. He's been driving since before 2000, the only driver to compete in every single Monster Jam World Finals. The man of many body styles. That is Jim Kohler. Oh, nice little wheelie that he walks out of that. He's having a solid run. If he could, if he could finish this run off, he should definitely be able to get a good score out here. Getting some more nice air. Jim Kohler, Mr. Excitement, also known as the King of Air. If he's throwing down a good freestyle and he lasts the 2 minutes, you better believe you're getting some hang time. But that's been the issue with Kohler over his career, is being able to last those 2 minutes and get the air that we know he can get. He severely struggles at filling the 2 minutes a lot of the time, so hopefully he can fill it. Oh man, his transmission's going away. That's not good. Yeah, his transmission is slipping big time. This motor's about to explode. Yeah, Kohler's done. The truck won't even go anymore. Tough break for the Avenger. He's just going to push it to the limit as Avenger is done. He's going to be unable to get anything going here. I mean, I guess he's going till the engine explodes? He's just going for fun. A good run out of Kohler. Broken truck right at the end. Sadly, he's going to cut his run too short. But still a fun showing out of the Team Scream captain, Jim Kohler in Avenger. Continuing along with our freestyle. It is going to be Adam Anderson in Gravedigger going for some insane air. I believe, Adam, is your last truck out. This freestyle has been quite the disappointment, but hopefully Adam can do what his brother did in the World Finals in 2019 and just get a phenomenal freestyle to finish off. And he pops a tire. Man, what a tough... Oh, no, John Zimmer's last because he won freestyle. And then we have Todd the Duke. What am I talking about? This tour, that's just... I don't know what it is with me in this tour, forgetting drivers that are still to come. But Adam Anderson in Gravedigger with a pop tire. Not much you could do with this, but he's going to line up for the step-up. Huge air. Hits it off to the side. He's flipping all around, and he's going to be on his sidewalls, and he gets a save. Again, I wish we could have seen that. I mean, this guy's just had the worst angle in the entire building for all the good moves we've seen today. Not his fault. I mean, come on. Couldn't these drivers be courteous of my commentary? Seriously, guys, do it on the other side of the track. But nonetheless, solid move there out of Adam Anderson. I mean, this has just been a disappointing show all around. But he won two-wheel. Oh, no, he's flipping over. He's got another pop tire, I think. That is the end of the run for Gravedigger. A tough break. That is the end of Gravedigger's night. And there's two trucks left. It'll be Monster Energy and Dragon. Maybe Monster Energy doesn't come out because Dragon should be last. Dragon won the last freestyle. Dragon should definitely be the last truck out. I mean, Gravedigger was just... We saw Gravedigger being carted off, so it's not like they missed anything. Zimmer trying to hype up these fans and also use some time because this show has just been so quick. As you can see, we're only 33 minutes into the commentary here, and the show's about to finish. That's just unheard of. Quick runs and two-wheel, quick runs and freestyle. It's just been the theme for today. John Zimmer and the Dragon starting off, going over the racing lane. I guess Michael Waters Jr. does not come out to freestyle. The Dragon had a phenomenal run last week. I don't really know if he deserved to win that competition, but still, he was the winner of that freestyle show, and it was certainly a great run out of John Zimmer. I don't know if he's just trying to take it easy because of how tacky this dirt is, but these guys are just having a rough time getting any speed. I mean, the momentum's just non-existent on this track just because of the lack of ability to get traction. If you floor it for 5 seconds, you're going to flip over. Does get some serious air though. Oh no, Dragon is going over. That is on his lid, and that is the end of the run for for John Zimmer and Dragon. The truck is on fire. Hopefully he'll be okay. A lot of fans are just deciding to leave. I mean, this show has been a disappointment so far. The Dragon is turtled.
The fire's leaking, see that? It's leaking.
So your freestyle winner today was Colvin Ard in the Black Pearl. I mean, there's no question about it. He had your best run. I mean, just a disappointing show all around. Nothing really to say. But that's going to do it for the show out here in Houston. As you can see, I got a new updated upcoming commentary schedule. Got some pictures on it, made it full screen so you guys can enjoy it. And yeah, tomorrow night you can catch Anaheim. Hopefully that'll be a bit of a better show. So far, the Stadium Tour Reds not really living up to the hype this season. Again, obviously you can't really control the dirt that's on the Houston track, but hopefully they'll get that figured out for that next show. That'll be coming up in just a few weeks. I'm so excited for tomorrow night. I'll see you guys all there.
Tell me pretty lies, look me in the face. Tell me that you love me, even if it's fake.